In the small coastal town of Edemere, tales of mermaids were whispered among fishermen and children alike. They spoke of beautiful creatures with shimmering scales and enchanting voices, but also of something darker, a legend of a man-eating mermaid known as Sirena. One stormy night, a fisherman named Tom set out to sea, his boat rocking violently against the waves. His family needed money, and he had heard rumors that fish were abundant near the old lighthouse. As he cast his net into the churning water, he didn't notice a shadow lurking beneath the surface. Hours passed, and Tom's net was heavy with fish. As he pulled it up, he caught sight of a figure swimming towards him, a stunning woman with long hair that flowed like seaweed and eyes as deep as the ocean. "Help me!" she cried, her voice captivating yet chilling. Tom was entranced. "What happened to you?" he asked, forgetting all about his troubles. "I was cursed by an evil sorcerer," she said, tears mingling with the sea. "If you help me, I will reward you." Ignoring the warnings of his fellow fishermen about Mermaid's deceitful nature, Tom reached out to her. She grabbed his hand and pulled him into the water. Instead of drowning, he found himself in an underwater cave filled with treasures. Gold coins and sparkling jewels surrounded them. "Take what you want," she said with a sly smile. "First, you must promise to bring me a man." Tom hesitated, but soon agreed. Driven by greed, he returned home with gold that transformed his life overnight. However, every night he heard Serena's country song echoing in his dreams. Weeks passed, and Tom's word brought him fame, but also strange dreams. Each night he saw the faces of men from his village, lost sailors who had vanished at sea. He began to feel guilty, but pushed those thoughts aside. One evening, while drinking at the local tavern, Tom overheard two fishermen discussing disappearances near the lighthouse. "They say it's the mermaid. She lures men to their doom," one exclaimed. Tom's heart raced as memories flooded back. He had promised Serena a man. He rushed home but found himself drawn back to the sea. That night, he returned to the cave. "Have you brought me a man?" Serena asked eagerly. "No, I can't do this," Tom shouted, fear gripping him. Her expression shifted from excitement to rage. "You promised!" she hissed, her voice echoing like thunder in the cave. Suddenly, Tom realized the truth. Serena wasn't just feeding on men, she was using their souls to maintain her beauty and power. In a moment of desperation, Tom grabbed a nearby dagger made of coral and launched at her. But Serena was quick. She dodged and struck back with supernatural strength. The dagger pierced her side, but instead of blood, dark water flowed from her wound. She screamed, a sound so terrifying that it shook the very walls of the cave. "You will pay for this," she shrieked before disappearing into the depths. Tom swam back to the shore in a panic, but found that things were not as they seemed. The once vibrant town was now eerily quiet. Everyone was gone. He stumbled through empty streets until he reached his home, only to find it abandoned like all others. Then came whispers from behind him. Shadows flickered in alleyways. The faces of lost men emerged from darkness. They were victims of Serena. They surrounded him, their eyes hollow yet pleading for justice. "Help us!" they cried in unison. Realizing he was now part of their fate, Tom felt guilt wash over him like cold water. He had become what he feared, a tool for Serena's revenge against humanity. Desperate for redemption, Tom returned to the ocean at dawn. He stood on the rocky shore and called out for Serena. "I will bring you what you desire." His voice trembled but echoed across the waves. Moments later, she emerged from beneath the surface, more beautiful than ever, but with an unsettling glint in her eyes. "You dare summon me again?" "I'm here to make amends," Tom said bravely. "I'll bring you men willingly." A smile crept across her lips. It sent chills down his spine. Very well, she replied sweetly. But know this, my hunger is unsatiable. Tom spent days luring unsuspecting fishermen to their doom under various pretenses, fishing competitions or tales of hidden treasure in exchange for riches beyond belief. Yet, every time he brought another man to her lair, something inside him shattered further. Guilt weighed heavily on his heart like an archer dragging him deeper into despair. One fateful night, as he prepared to lead another victim, his childhood friend Sam, he hesitated at the last moment and revealed everything to Sam about Serena's true nature, her curse and unsatiable hunger for souls. You are lying, there's no such thing, Sam laughed nervously, but agreed reluctantly when Tom begged him not to go near the lighthouse after dark. One evening, when he found Serena waiting beneath his window at home, a haunting smile plastered across her face. You've betrayed me, she cooed softly, before turning cold as ice again, while pointing accusingly at Sam, who had come looking for answers just moments later after hearing whispers from town folks gone mad over missing friends too long lost at sea. In shock, horror stricken upon seeing both men face to face, now trapped between walls, the living and dead, they pleaded desperately against each other until finally realizing they shared one common goal: escape. But escape came at a price. A sacrifice must be made. With newfound determination surging through their veins like fire igniting light amidst darkness, together they hatched an audacious plan involving baiting Serena into believing they were still loyal subjects, willing enough even now after everything gone wrong. The two friends prepared themselves mentally for whatever awaited them beyond those cursed waters. Just them came laughter ringing out across waves, crashing violently upon rocks nearby. Are you ready? Whispered Sam nervously while clutching tightly onto Tom's arm. Their bond stronger than blood forged through trials endured together despite all odds stacks against them. Yes, said Tom. But little did they know the true horror lay waiting just beyond them. As they swam deeper into murky abyss below where no light shone no warmth could ever reach again, it dawned upon them both far too late how foolishly naive it had been believing escape possible when facing such malevolent force incarnate. And then came silence, thick and suffocating wrapping around them tightly like chains, binding spirit forever. The last thing either man saw before sinking further down into darkness eternal was glimmering eyes watching closely from above. As silence enveloped them completely, their fate sealed forevermore. A single thought echoed within each mind simultaneously. Who would be next?